Good morning. It's Monday, the 6th of September, and it's a rather dark and damp Monday morning, autumnal rather than late summery. Today in Luke chapter 6, we read of a healing miracle of Jesus with a man in the synagogue, and we see this situation that we see playing over and over again with the person with need brought to Jesus on the Sabbath day. Jesus healing this person, and then the criticism of the religious authorities. And it's a story we see in all of the Gospels, and it's a story we see repeated in every one of the Gospels. So what does it mean for us? Well, I was thinking about it this morning, and I remembered some words of David Jenkins, who was one time Bishop of Durham, a rather famous, some would say notorious Bishop of Durham. And he said this: God is as he is in Jesus, therefore we have hope. God is as he is in Jesus, therefore we have hope. And I always understood that to mean that because we see in Jesus the nature of God, we can live as hopeful people. Because in this story, and in so many stories, we see the compassion, the care of Jesus for someone in need. He looked at the crowds, and they were lost like sheep without a shepherd, and he had compassion on them. He looked at this man. Let's go back to the story in Luke chapter 6. He looked at this man with a withered hand, and he brought him out and said, "Is it right to do good or bad on the Sabbath?" And they wouldn't reply. And Jesus said, "Stretch out his hand," and he brought healing to the man. And that, to me, is the key thing. Jesus was aware that his actions would bring criticism from the religious leader. But for him, the imperative was to do God's work, was to share God's love and compassion with that person. And that is hopeful for me, because I know that I need to benefit, to share, to receive the compassion of God in my life in so many ways. But leading on from that, I also need to know that I am called to share that compassion of God with others. God is as he is in Jesus, therefore we have hope, because we trust and live in it with a God who has compassion for us and who calls us to share his compassion with others. May God bless us all.